Diet quality is one of the biggest factors in longevity under the barbell. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and this is something I thought I would chat with everyone about. You know, this is something that comes up a lot. I have people who say, how come we have all these people who are beat up, banged up, injured? Why are you still going strong? You know, as someone who puts out all this content, you've been doing this well over a decade, you're almost 50, but you know, you're still repping out over 500 on a deadlift. You still just rep out 315 on a bench. You're not destroyed, right? Why are you not just all beat the heck up? You know, same thing, all these other guys had all these major heart issues. They're dropping dead, all this other stuff. Yet again, not seeing it with you. Like, what is one of the factors? And nutrition has to be addressed. Okay, this is one of those that people can be in denial all they want. They can stand there and talk about, oh, I can have junk in moderation. Oh, I can have alcohol. I can have butter, vegetable oils, refined sugars, right? As long as we moderate it. Yeah, okay, whatever. But I don't want to hear any crying from people when their body hurts, when their injury rates go up, because realistically, inflammation matters. And it's not even a case of getting lean or ripped. I want to be clear on that. Even if you're in a calorie surplus and gaining weight, antioxidant status, all the polyphenols, all the quality stuff in your diet relative to eating inflammatory junk is going to impact your injury rates, okay? Like right here, you guys are watching me, about to turn 48, a couple weeks, doing 550 for a triple on the deadlift here. Chalk and a belt. Failed the fourth rep. But you know, okay. How do I get away with all this? That's a factor, guys. And it's a factor with the others, with the stuff guys are taking. You know, how many of these guys use special supplements and have problems, and then you look at their diet? How many of them eat junk food? How many of them drink alcohol? How many of them eat refined sugars? Okay, see where we're going with this? Pro-inflammatory diets versus anti-inflammatory diets. It's going to matter. It matters in the long term because, again, inflammation, oxidative stress. Do people not think this stuff affects your tendons and it affects your joints? Definitely is going to affect your heart. I mean, the same thing if we're going to talk about heart attack risk, cardiovascular risk. What about all the cardioprotective benefits of these foods? Hey, and this is where people mess up. You know, they're like, well, I can eat whatever, so saturated fat has been overrated. Well, certain types have been, and a lot of it can be offset completely in terms of the negatives with cardioprotective foods. Okay, same thing with milk. That's why butter will give you a heart attack, but whole milk doesn't. All the cardioprotective benefits of a lot of the stuff in the milk has been trimmed out. Okay? Same thing with all your fruits and vegetables and other stuff. Antioxidant status of your foods. And it goes beyond vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin A. Those are vitamins who are antioxidant. Yes. Of course they are. But what about non-vitamins? Antioxidants, particularly among phytonutrients, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of different ones. The problem is they're not necessarily individually essential, right? Vitamin C you can have a deficiency in. Vitamin E you can have a deficiency in, so on. But all these other antioxidants are just general different purpose antioxidants that you don't have to have any specific one, but their status adds up. And it's when you start looking at your food and people say, okay, well, we've got the minimums on this or that, instead of looking at, but if I feel that extra 1,000 calories with pro-inflammatory junk versus that extra 1,000 calories, see where we're going, with foods with even a higher antioxidant status, what's going to happen? Which one's going to control inflammation better? Well, the latter, irrespective of if you've reached your sufficiency on vitamin C or not. Okay? Controlling all this inflammation, it's a massive factor. What about the gut health side of it? Okay? Proper fibers, prebiotic, probiotic foods. Again, all these foods are going to affect your recovery, right? Your recovery is going to affect things like tendons and joints. Right? Of course, muscle protein synthesis from all the protein overfeeding, and even collagen synthesis from all of that. It's a factor, just like we talk about protein. Okay, we talk about protein, but muscle growth where it maxes out, but is that where collagen synthesis maxes out? No. There are other metabolic benefits. Again, what I'm suggesting here, large amounts of protein, large amounts of whole foods rich in antioxidants. Okay, this is the key. Avoiding the junk that's going to make you feel worse and interfere with this and create inflammation. Guys, this matters. The quality of your diet is absolutely going to affect your injury risk, longevity, and healing under the barbell. And that's what I'm trying to say to people. And look at everyone who's in the long game still doing it. Look at all of us. Look at all of us. What do you see? What 3 things do you see us all avoiding? Junk food, refined sugars, alcohol. All of us avoid those things. We don't moderate them. We completely abstain from them. And keeping in mind, that's not even that rare. People can say, oh, you know, even alcohol, that seems extreme. Really, 38% of the American population does not drink any alcohol. 38%. It's over a third. It's not that uncommon. Okay, then those who moderate it to small amounts are like another 40%. But, you know, again, more common than you realize. And there are a number of people out there who completely avoid refined sugars, or at least some forms of them. Pretty high among people who are health conscious. Okay, all this garbage has no place in there if you're really trying to do this. And it's not even a question of leanness or your body composition at this point. It's about controlling inflammation. It's about controlling toxicity in the body. It's about looking at your total recovery. Okay, this stuff matters. It matters a lot. All of us who you see pulling this off still, all whole foods. All eat whole foods diets, irrespective of what else is happening. You usually see a lot of protein, you see a lot of whole foods, you see an avoidance of junk and garbage. It will impact your injury risks in the long game. All right? And we see it demonstrated over and over. We know the pathways by which that occurs, and then we see it displayed in the real world. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.